Извиняюсь, вылетела игра почему-то. Да и стрим что-то подлег. Не знаю, в чем дело. Настройки снизил, сейчас посмотрим, может не будет такого, надеюсь, больше. Так, а на Честерфилде мы же закончили, да?
A fishing advertisement.
Тоже непонятно, как он смотрит. Эту херню всякую смотрит. А чё, по идее, надо смотреть, не смотрит.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Азбука Морзе.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not. I had thought...
А, стой, двигать можно.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not. I had...
A telegraph.
Телеграф тебе вообще не интересен, да?
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
Huh? What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions. Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Пьяная морда. Красный нос. Я спалил фляжку. Опа. Че там у тебя, леска? Рыбак, что ли?
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Oh, will I ever get any peace?
А, для рыболов у него леска в кармане, да?
Locked. There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
Ой, как я люблю эту фигню. Хер его знает, как я это делаю, не знаю. Опа.
Bags were recently dragged here. French wine, a remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
Но мы себе не возьмем.
French wine. These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them. Railway post bags.
Бардак.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
Возможно, это была дрезина просто. С фонарями ехала. Вон они, фонари стоят.
I should use the appropriate object. I should use the appropriate object here. 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 I should use the appropriate object.
А, крутить. Васек. Я думал, как крутить? А ну вот так вот. Вроде все, не?
I should use the appropriate object here.
Какой подходящий предмет? Очень видно мне. Что там доска лежала, конечно.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
Элементарно, Ватсон.
I need something long for the headlight to be attached.
А-а-а. Сейчас возьмем что-то длинное. Я как раз тут видел.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher.
Нельзя было сразу все взять, а?
The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Ah, at any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver. This bin is full of empty bottles.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink, and whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
Ой, хе-хе-хой.
I had thought that all...
Так, я все осмотрел тут.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Элементарно, Ватсон, он не исчез, его сперли. Так бывает в жизни, да. Вдруг какая-нибудь улика будет. Так, где эти...
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from
I
doing.
apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
It's a scandal.
Скандал. Будете скандал. Багаж пошмонать надо, да? А где багажная? Она нет? Да, вот она. Так, я видел сундук. Просто заодно посмотреть, что еще есть.
This grip sack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. Watch.
Прослежу. На шухере ты будешь стоять, Ватсон. Проследи там. Блин, как я обожаю эти замки, а.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully. An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
Это дурацкий контракт.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
То есть он сразу нескольким, да, продавал его? Это, наверное, он уже не первый раз такой. Он в разных странах такую херню мутит, короче.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
Чилийская компания, это как раз вот это вот.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
А откуда мы знаем, сколько прототип стоит?
Railway post bags.
Наверное, надо с Робинсом нам поговорить, да? Стой. Этот резвый писал.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
It's a scandal. An absolute...
Это, кстати, рабочий. Сообщник, наверное, его.
Don't touch anything, please.
Может, и бывшим вернуться?
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
A telegraph.
Может, какие-нибудь еще улики найдем.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. The rails have not been touched. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
Ничего нового не появилось. Надо с кем-то поговорить, скорее всего.
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
Railway post bags. This part is probably from a locomotive. An old locomotive bell. This part is...
Ну, в Честерфилд сгоняем, что там интересного. Честно, не могу какую-то параллель таскать. Архиве.
Fishing advertisement.
I had thought that all stations...
Oh, will I ever get any peace?
Блин, Ватсон, свали нахер отсюда. Что-то я упустил. Короче, 100 пудов должны быть еще улики. Гадалки не ходи. Надо еще что-то найти. Ой, здесь я не был. Это кто? Так, а там что такое? Блин. Надо все внимательно смотреть. Какая-то музыка нагнетающая.
Railway post bags.
It's a scandal, an absolute outrage.
Scandal.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Don't touch anything, please.
A telegraph.
Что-то вообще не погоняю. А где я архив возьму? Может, сейчас багаж прошмонать?
Railway post bags.
Нет. Ладно, еще одно место есть.
Railway post bags.
Я не знаю, что еще сделать.
fishing advertisement.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
И блестяшек никаких нету. Бля, вот. Архив.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly. Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
Кто бы знал, что у нас в багажнике архив находится.
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Следов тут никаких нету.
Mines. This is interesting. It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned.
The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches. A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised. Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
Давно нет.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
Динамит, что ли?
Dynamite.
ничего нету, типа, интересного? Ладно.
This is the cabin for the mine's security personnel. This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
Задолбали мне эти замки уже.
The Mexican company Caracao and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Блин, расследование затягивается, я думаю, попроще будет. Телеграф, да? Сюда больше ничего нету. Мексиканцев, чилийцев. А вот это Мекса, по-моему, да?
A funny character. He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman.
Он абсолютно не инглишмен. сигара.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
Блин, как я ненавижу это. А, все понял.
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveler or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
Newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking. Railway post bags. This post bag belongs to the station master. The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
Вот тут уже начинается интересное что-то проскальзывать. Сейчас мы до тебя доберемся, начальник станции. Подожди немножко. Только осмотримся хорошенько. Прошмонаем. Что-то еще булькает. Ты чё, Ватсоне, потерялся, что ли? Так, ну все, тогда идем к начальнику станции. Обсудим пару моментов.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
Откуда у него часы? Он все проиграл.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who fled our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Ого, тут всякая улика появилась.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
Not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days.
Он боксер. Берег. Так, мы сейчас ждем Кастри, да?
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest. These traces were made by carriage. Look. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. The vehicle would have been heavy, as the vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. The vehicle would have been heavy. The vehicle would have The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. An abandoned gypsy caravan. This place was abandoned fairly recently. This place was abandoned fairly recently. Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached. A label with the name Las Zarpas.
Las Zarpas.
An advertisement for lake cruises. railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. They're discarded. There are...
А, он туда надо было идти.
My search should be focused upon the name Las Zarpas. Here it is.
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
Как это стрелки пройти, где она есть-то? Кого ветку ившему, как ее...
A telegraph.
Что-то я в тупике, по-моему. А, вон он. Да? Он же?
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The railway ends here. That is strange.
А где там боковая ветка-то у Ившима? Сюда нельзя. Туда дальше не пройдешь.
Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. The rails have not been touched. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
Как туда попасть, я не знаю. Вот она.
Traces. Let's take a closer look. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches.
Одно и то же расстояние, одна и та же карета, что ли?
The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle. This road should lead to the town of Evesham. This road should lead to the town of Evesham. There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
Тут явно не один человек постарался.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner? All these trains and railway stations, Chileans, Mexicans, and Robinson with his prototype. Holmes, I'm utterly lost.
Я тоже что-то ни хера не понимаю. Хера нету больше. Наверное.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
Хера тут у меня этих логических цепей. Поезд тяжело утопить.
Знаешь, что я все такое стреляла?
Кого-то он ждал, там мексиканец этот. Колесами 4 фута 8 дюймов. Да, да. А шахту он разве залез бы? Может, утопили они все-таки? Запутался я что-то.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have the local constabulary and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. Our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were trapped under the collapsed mines, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dig out the mines.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away, but... Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Прикольно, конечно, вот это все вот построение такое. Немножко топорно, конечно, по геймплею, а вот вообще в целом сюжетка прикольная. С Мексом такой беседует.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Блин. Надо было в руку ему стрелять. Дурак.
Holmes, I had to do it.
It is all right, Watson. He got what he deserved.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence.
After I returned from Afghanistan, I vowed never to take another human life.
Watson, you did in fact save a life. You should focus on that. Now come, there is still much to do.
Утопили. Все-таки утопили, что ли? Блин, а Рубинса-то как связать? Вроде улики все найдены.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have the local constabulary and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. Our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
No, I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barkazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
Huh. You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Да, второй раз обосрался. Второе расследование и не угадал.
Well, the case is solved.
Не дошел
we
до
should be
этого.
heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away, but... Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk. But he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Отлично.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Топили чилийцев, да. Кровавая баня. Следующая глава будет кровавая баня. Это будет жестко. Это будет очень жестко. Ладно, что хочу сказать я. Спасибо, что смотрели это видео. Пишите свои комментарии по игре, что думаете. Какие еще игры хотите. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. И увидимся с вами в следующей серии.